Hello everyone and welcome back to John Builds. Okay, so in today's video we're going to be adding the really difficult struts to the upper wing that we added in last video. We're also going to be adding the Vickers machine gun. So we've been building this on and off now for the last 4 years, and I think this is the first time that I maybe think the instructions were a little bit should have done them in a different order. I think really we should put them Vickers machine guns on first and put the inner struts on before we added that top wing, because it's become really difficult to actually work under that top wing now. So yeah, in this video you can watch me kind of get that fitted, but I do believe that if we'd have done it before we put the top wing on, I think it would have been a lot easier. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you all again soon.
Okay, so we're going to concentrate on just trying to fit these struts in the Vickers machine guns and a few more of these chrome side panels in this video. Looking at this now, I really think that probably should have left this upper wing off. I think there's no reason why you can't add all these struts in first and then kind of bring all this top wing to it, because now it's made it quite difficult to kind of get in and actually add these parts for this top wing on. So yeah, if you're building this yourself and you get the opportunity, then I'd probably add all these little side struts off and then bring them in and then bring the wing in to that, because as you can see it's quite tricky now to actually work in. There's like 3 or 4 things that we need to bring in to this section. We've got these little Vickers machine guns that I've built and painted over the last couple of days. Like I say, I've got these side panels. I've got some, obviously, because these tensioning wires that have to be fitted. Yeah, so it's quite tricky. So I've already, so they're all glued in and happily in place. So yeah, so next part is, like I say, we're going to get these Vickers machine guns in. So maybe it might be easier to get a couple in on this angle first. Before I do that, I've got to spin it back round, and we've got another one of these little like support brackets that go just in front of the instrument panel. Like I say, it's going to make it difficult to actually kind of work now. And also you've got to be careful that you're forever having to watch this obviously your tail and your rudder, that you don't knock that as you're trying to work in from across that. So yeah, I think it's the first time in the build there's a couple of things that I probably would have just left out. Okay, so I'll slip that little support bracket in. Like I say, it's just a little die cast part, just painted black, and that just slips on either side of the frames. I'm not actually going to glue this in yet, because I don't think it really needs it, because there's a couple of little brackets on the machine guns itself. The back of that little frame, it just fits into that tiny little hole, the main hole just there, and then that gets glued just into that main pin on the body, and then them 2 support brackets that are front and back kind of holds it all in a nice position like that. So what I'll do is put a little bit of super glue like I say. It's difficult to see as well now, because I'm kind of having to like look down it, like look through the wing itself to actually see where I'm gluing these parts. That's the first one. And then all we do is pretty much the same on the opposite side. Just a little bit. These 3 little holes. And that's it. We're going to slide it in. Line that middle hole up with that pin. And they should just, that one's not fitting in that back one quite right. That's why I left it unglued for that reason. That's it. Okay, so that's them fitted into place. Yeah, like I say, maybe I should have done it. I could have done that quite easily before I added these this upper wing, but I decided to kind of follow the instructions this time. Okay, so I'm pretty much just going to concentrate on this starboard side at the minute. So I've got these side panels that we've hand polished, and I've glued that little trim on earlier. All I've done now is just added a little bit of wire either side, a couple of strands on the front, and then a single strand on the back. So then hopefully you can see, this is going to be quite tricky for you to see now with this top wing on. So I'm going to try and get it for you to see. Okay, so we've got this front little notch, and that's going to slip into this this front support bracket. That's going to fit in like that. So that's going to fit over into that location. I say you needed to put the Vickers guns in first, the Vickers machine guns, because it would have been almost impossible to fit this side panel once the machine guns were in place. So then all we need to do is just untrap them, load, kind of glue this into place. If there is any, I had to make slight modifications, so I had to slightly make that little notch a bit wider. And all we're really concentrating on is making sure that these front edges are nice and flush with this panel below it. Yeah, so while you're gluing this in place, you've got to make sure that these two front edges are all pretty much nice and flush together, because when we bring that front nose cone in, obviously any kind of gap is going to quite not very nice gap. So what I'm going to do now is just run super glue all the way along that edge, pretty much down a little section there. That's where it runs across the instrument panel, and then we'll get this glued in place. So make sure your wires are out of the way. You don't want to be gluing them to the inside of this panel. Okay, so we're just going to guide it in, making sure that the cables are free. Any glue that spills out, don't worry about that too much. We can just let that dry and just scrape it off after. Okay, so that's in. Like I say, these are come across and get joined to the other ones, and one comes up through this section and makes like a bit of a cross on the front. So we just need to leave them out of the way. So we've got this upper wing support bracket, painted that exactly the same way as I painted all the other parts. So yeah, you can kind of see me do that on a video a couple of weeks back. So there is a little bracket that you hook over these parts of this wood. So it slips over that 2x2. So it's entirely up to you on this one. On the starboard, was it starboard or the port wing? I actually removed a little part of one already, just because it was finding it really impossible to slide it into between the panel and that framing. So what I had to do is I had to remove that so I could slide that one in. So yeah, you'll find that as you're built, if you're anybody's building like this, that yeah, you just have to just modify the model maybe to suit your own needs. But I can get it in okay on this side without having to modify it. So same again. I'm just going to got the hole just there on this wing. Got a little bracket like we did with the first sections of the wing. So we're going to kind of get it in the right location to start with. And I'm going to lift it up into place. I'm not putting no glue in this yet because I'll glue it after. Slide that one in. Like I say, it's really tricky for me to show you this on the way I've got my cameras positioned. Yeah, I'm just going to slide that one in that hole and then slide that, kind of push it all the way up to that panel we just fitted. See from that angle, I pushed it nice and tight up to this panel we fitted a second ago. Okay, so that's pretty much that the starboard side panels in. Like I say, I made it look not too bad. I can't be able to see it that clear. Now I'm just going to run super glue up through this slot now and actually glue them parts in place. And because I'm not glued in that bracket, all I'm going to do is just run some glue around the edges and let the capillary action kind of take that bracket in. Okay, so that's pretty much one, and then the upper side panels kind of in. So I've got to do the same on the other side, but I won't do that on the camera. It's hard enough for filming one without having to try and do exactly the same on the other side. But then once we've kind of glued all that into place and we're happy, and then we can start to bring in this this rear section that we built a couple of weeks ago that kind of covers all the rear section. That kind of fits like that. So just take it up on the side angle for you to see. And that's kind of how it looks on them. I say a bit more work to do. There's still some bits and bobs that need pushing into place, and that's pretty much how it looks like when this is glued in. Not quite ready yet. There's still a little bit of work left to do, but yeah, a little bit later on. I mean, I'm going to do this. It's going to be quite awkward. These them little cables get joined up into this section. Yeah, and these ones either side, one goes to do the other zigzag across there, and then another one goes up to make a bit of a cross on the front of the plane as well. So yeah, but yeah, trying my best to try and film this. Really difficult in the way I've got my cameras and the way my workshop set up, but yeah, I hope it gives you a little bit of an idea just exactly what you need to do to make these side panels fit. And yeah, if I was doing this, if anybody's actually building this along or maybe thinking about building this in the future, leave your wing off, leave your upper wing off. You don't need it on quite yet, and there's nothing that would have stopped us fitting that wing after we'd fitted all them supports. So make your wing fit your supports rather than your supports fit your wing. So yeah, so anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Making really good progress with this. Hopefully it'll be done in the next couple of weeks. I'll see you all again soon.